problem I've been having with this is the solenoid clicks when you go to start it, and you have to turn the key about, a bunch of times to get it to go. And I think I know what the problem is, but we'll go check it out. Wrenches. Like that. Alright, you're supposed to leave your positive cable unhooked. So that's what we'll do. I just want to clean this. It's such a tease to put stuff on the tire because it does not stay. It pretty much immediately falls off. What are you guys doing? Alright folks, cross your fingers. Let's see if that fixes it. Crap. I'll pull the other end off on the solenoid and check that end. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plastic housing off, and I think that's just a rain cover or a dust cover or whatever to protect the solenoid, but there's this red nut right here that you can take off with your thumb and your finger. I think this is all that's holding it on. Alright, I got this camera sitting on the front tire, and we saw how well that worked out for me yesterday. Now this right here is your positive cable that goes back to the battery. I've already done all that and I'm lazy, so I have my handy dandy ratchet that I've taped up. When I used to work at the phone company, the phone switch ran on negative 48 volts DC, and you could put your hand down inside the rectifier and the hair would stand up on your arm, so you had to be careful because you couldn't take it out of service. But I've become pretty adept at working with live power. Is not giving me what I want, and so even though juice is getting through, it's not always getting through. So I'm gonna tape this off for a minute, just to keep it out of my face. And this is still easier than you saw me taking that whole battery mess apart, so I'm not doing that again. Alright, so now I'm going to take this nut off. I'm going to take everything back off to the solenoid and clean it up. And I could take this side off too. You can see this right here is where it comes back out of the solenoid and hits the starter right here. So out, back in, and then out again here. When I say out, I mean out to the switch. Back from the switch. And when it comes back from the switch, it comes out this post right here to the starter, and that's what turns it over. So it's going to go on like that. I'll put some dielectric grease on this side. I guess, you know what, my dad always used to say regular lithium grease was fine because that's what we always did, but once I joined the military, everything was dielectric grease, so that's where I'm at. The key switch is like $103, but I just can't imagine it's the key switch. And before I put the plastic coverall back on. I guess I'll try it and see how that works. I was just putting contact cleaner up in here, and it would work for, you know, a few times, and then it would be right back to where it was. I was like, oh good, electronic contact cleaner saves the day, because I sprayed the snot out of it. But after a couple days, it was right back to no go. Has to be neutral. I just started it. Let's see. Oh man, I got my fingers crossed. I'm gonna do this 5 times, because yesterday I thought I fixed it, and you know, the first time it started up, and then no go. That's 2. Last time. Put that back in gear so I don't run myself over. Alright, I don't want to be overly confident. Either being overly confident ends up biting you right square in the gizmo. So I'm going to put this back together, and we'll use it for a little bit. Hopefully some of you who have Mahindras with the solenoid issue, you can go through these steps, and hopefully it'll resolve your problem. And you know, just pay attention to the channel for updates, because I won't make another whole video about it if it works or doesn't work. It'll just be a hashtag in one of my videos that I throw out. So if you haven't already, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you.